Now, just to make sure that this is clear, there are no speed run tactics used in this video. This is to help the new players who have never run a legendary to understand how to run the legendary better. As well as you're going to see 3 of the main builds that we use for running legendaries and how to use them properly in certain spots and in the spots that you want to be at to run this as a smooth single unit. Now, if you want to see fast movements or speed run tactics, I would suggest go to a different video or somewhere else. But if you want to learn the best way to run it to where it just feels smooth for new players, go ahead, keep on watching. Oh my god, the PTSD is strong. Nah, just playing. So to begin with, we're going to go over the main builds that we're using. We have one focus build. Even though it's not maxed out, this is basically how you want to look at it. It's one of my builds that I have on. Now this build, as you can see, we're running the technician drone so we can find out where they're at, and boomerang and the Kingbreaker to get the most damage out of this build. Now we have another one which is a max skill damage build. This one here, as you see, we still have one blue core. That's for his survivability. That's how he wants to run it. And then we have another one, a different skill build, but we have Grenadier on here. And the reason that we have the Grenadier is so that way he can survive explosives and maybe later on even do explosive damages and things like that. So this player is also handing out extra damage to targets out of cover, which helps out the other players. But still, standard skill build. Now, on mine, I'm running the booster build that I've devised. Now, this one here is basically going to allow them to have overcharged for about 15 seconds. I think it's every minute and a half or 2 minutes. But I'm also giving them the extra damage of perfectly opportunistic by using the Scorpio, and that all these builds are in my link deal. Now we're going to run all the legendaries. We're going to go over how to run them smoothly. So as you can see right up in front, you see these trash cans underneath where the A is at square. That's where we're going to be going. Now, the damage player, he's going to go back here behind the front of this truck and use his shield to damage everything that he can. Now, his number one goal is to take out all the little Johnny Fives or Wally tanks or whatever you want to call those things. That's his number one goal. As well as whenever the Chongas drop, his damage build is basically to hit those Chongas. It's very simple at the very beginning. So you can see everybody's getting into position. I throw my hive out, give them that. Get a chem down just in case. Get a chem on him because he got damaged trying to go to his spot. And now that we've got one turret out in the back and one turret in the front, we can get the other turret to get up there a little bit closer so that way it keeps them back. Now spacing them out at the beginning, that's vital. You don't want to put them all into one spot right at the beginning. This is the way that the Johnny Fives or the Wally tanks don't try to do anything. As you can see, the damage player is back there in the back taking out the tanks. And now that everybody's in position, we can start putting this out status. And you'll see these ads just drop. There goes the yellow that quick. Alright, so now we're going to have rushers coming out. So now that they're going to be rushing, I got to get up here and make sure these guys stay healed. They shouldn't be able to get past that front line. Now you can go to the door. There is a door at the front of this bus to my right over here. You can go through that. But typically if you can just funnel them into one section, it goes so much smoother. And see, because I'm right in between everybody, I have one on my left, one on my right, I can use one chem and keep everybody healed. Now the second chopper's coming in. This second chopper is going to have Chongas. Or tanks is what they're really called. So now that we're ready, we can overclock. Now that they've hit the ground. Now my job is to stack them with as much damage as possible, and sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't stack right here because of these tires, so you got to make sure you see which area you're at. This also allows the damage player, because of how far they are away, to move up a little bit. But as you see, they're pretty much all gone. There's one to the left, I believe. If not, he's already gone. But that overcharge, literally you're saving the overcharge just for the chongas. There's one ad in the back. He's going to go try to take him out. And I missed. Sorry. No, I did get you. Okay, cool. Now that we've got the first part of the way, on this next area, all we're going to do is have one of our players put on riot foam. Now the reason for the riot foam is to get these ads stuck into place, just so that way they can't run away and they can't put down the hive. Other than that, it's fairly simple. Go in, DPS. Now the front leader needs to be your medic. The reason why is because he's going to be able to dish out the damage and help get those guys stacked. Other than that, players can go anywhere they need to be. Simple as that. Other than that, you're going to be looking at, I think, 3 chongas or 3 tanks coming at you. So the DPS guy just needs to focus on making sure the medics go down in the chongas. So here we go. There we go. There, riot foam. DPS guys take them down. Make sure he stays alive. You see, they still have their heal box, and look, they're still going down inside their heal boxes. That's how strong these builds can be. And he's suppressed, he won't come out. So our goal is to try to get him out. Shut off his heal box, he can't do anything. Hopefully we can get him on riot foam again. If not, no big deal, he'll still go down. And you see his heal box is still keeping him alive, so we just shut that off one more time, and it's that easy. And he's gone. Now do not rush up, because the chongas are going to be coming, the tanks. So here they come. Before they come, we overclock. And the DPS guys taking out the medics. All the skill players are taking out the chongas. Now that the medics are gone, it's basically just take out these guys. And that's it. So now when you come to this part right here, this wall, as you can see through this gate, that's where the DPS guy is. He's going to be on the right side shooting off that. You'll have one skill to the right, one skill to the left. It's that easy, not that complicated. Then you see that wall, we can see just past it, there's a minigun over there. So the first thing the DPS guy wants to do is get that guy off the minigun. That's his goal. Put our hive down so everybody can get those. Now you see the snipers have already run back towards the back. That's fine. If that does happen, you just don't want to try to jump up out of cover until at least one sniper is alive. If you do it when 2 of them are, they can get you in a crossfire, and it's a pretty bad day. So there's only the one yellow in the back, so Storm's going to move up on the left. I'm going to pick up my stuff. He's got his drone on him, and we're good. Now, you do not want to cross this line right here where Storm is at. The reason why is because it will pre-aggro him. As long as you stay to the left, you're fine. What we'll do is we'll throw the hive down so that way the other guys can throw their turrets up in the front, and they'll put them close to that hive so that way they can get the damage onto them. And all they gotta do is just throw them right there on that box and we're good to go. And nope, if that does happen, it's no big deal. They just need to make sure that they get those turrets into place, into a proper spot as soon as possible. Now, as the medic guy, you're trying to get as much of those guys on the right DPS down, or at least get those stacks onto them to help the damage guy take them out. So you're going to be standing right here in this corner to try to keep them alive, as well as try to keep the other guys getting the damage onto them. It's going to be a very weird kind of cluster flow if they don't put the turrets down first. As you can see, we have hiccups. Everybody has hiccups.
Agent down.
That's how you adjust to them, is what, yep, see, we got hiccups. Let the medic always get the players up. DPS, keep the DPS going. And it's that easy. Now on this next area, the DPS guy will basically let his drone go up so we can see where the dogs are at, because sometimes they're together, sometimes they're spaced out. But there's 2 dogs upstairs, so the 2 other skill builds need to be in unison with their EMPs. So the pulse EMP is vital. Now, one player will go up and EMP first, the other player will come in and back them up. It's that easy. It's just 2 dogs. There's the first one. Here comes the second one. And then they can just throw nades at them. And it's that easy. The dogs are shut down. Take out the purple one first. DPS guy focuses on the yellow one, as well as the EMPs stay focused on the yellow one, and the dog will go away. And done. Now on this next room is pretty easy. The 2 skill builds are going to try to rush up to the front, and the DPS is going to stay in the back. It's pretty simple. The skill builds, their job is to get up there and put their turrets down on this one little platform up in front. And the DPS guy, there's a little wall right here, as you'll see when we first go in, which is right here where it says Sierra. That's where he stays. And I got stuck on a wall. I'm trying. Wrong deal. Sorry, my bad. I'm coming. Again, if there's hiccups, no big deal, but make sure your skill builds are doing damage. Let the medic get the guys up, always. Alright, now that both skill builds are in place, eventually, once we get rid of the first wave, the other skill build needs to get his turret up even closer, so it can basically shoot at the door where they come out. The door is right over there where the dogs just came out. Now you do want to keep one jammer on for this next part to shut down these 2 dogs. And that's about it. That jammer is just for those 2 dogs. Now that the dogs are almost gone, we can move everything up. Even the DPS player can come up. The last dog's out, so this will be the last wave of ads that's going to come out. So now we can all be right here, shoot them as they come out the door to make it easy.
Vital signs critical.
And little Wally's gone. Medic, he's going to go. You see, we got so much DPS from these builds that medic, even inside his heals, he was gone. Now on this next room, there's one Chonga, one big tank. This is a very easy room. Basically, the DPS just gets himself set up, ready, and the skill builds are going to put all their skills right where Storm is, right there. And you see where he tosses his, where Otter puts his, that's about where you want them. Kind of spaced out a little bit. Now that Chonga is going to come out of that white door on the right there. And you see, we stack it up. DPS guy is going to shoot him from the side. He's basically taking out all those, and then we've got our turrets and everything on the Chonga, who's the only thing left alive, and he's gone. It's that easy. Now, in this room right here that you come up to, have everybody ready first, because the DPS guy is going to stay in this room to shoot off on the sides right here. One is going to go straight up front into this little cul-de-sac area, and he's going to stay right there. And then one's going to kind of play back with a skill build right about here. And that's about it. As long as y'all don't leave this area, you're good. Now, everybody else is pretty much going to be staying down. So your job is just to keep this guy right here beside you alive. The other players, they won't be taking hardly any damage because they're going to be focused on you and this guy right here at this front. Now, the major goal is to find all of those little double chevrons or the corporals and take them out as fast as possible, because there's about 3 of them in this room. So finding those guys is vital. But if you have these builds set up, these guys just fall. Now you see that yellow corporal that's out there and the purple one, they are literally keeping each other alive. As long as they're keeping each other alive, it's a bad day. So trying to take out one of them is very important. Boom. Done. Now it's just the one. So we got a medic and corporal or a double chev. You got to take those guys out. And we got another wave coming. Now after this second wave, there's going to be a Chonga on the third one. So if you don't get those chevrons out of the way, it's really going to get to be a very, very bad day. So finding those guys first, again, is vital. Now if you happen to have ads like this come around, that's fine. Don't worry about it. It's not going to be too bad as long as you have one Scorpio. You're going, and there's the Chonga. So now that all that's gone, boom, Chonga stacked, everybody takes them out all together, and you have probably one ad, maybe not, maybe you got all the ads, cool. And you're done. Now to the next room. Now at this next room that we're going to talk about right now, you need to make sure that you get rid of those same guys, the double chevrons or the corporals, because you're going to have 3 Chongas. So everybody's going to stack up, and you see the skill builds, they're going to play it up front. Your damage build is going to stay in the back just as normal as we've been doing. Not too much of a difference. It's basically a straight hallway in most of these areas, so not much to go over. And there's the double chevrons, and you see we already got the Chongas out because we killed everything in here that fast. So when those Chongas come out and we know we've got those double chevrons, that's when we go for the overclock, when we know we've got them out. Here it comes. Boom. See, Chonga gone, Chonga gone. Last one still alive. We get another hive out there. He's gone. And one of them happened to survive. Same thing with this room. It's pretty much going to be the same. Damage player stays back. The idea is find that double chevron, the golden one preferably. There he is to the left. Everybody takes cover, and boom. Now there is a red one over here on the right. You can take him out, even better. And now no one has any heals. Room is done. That easy. Now this is a room a lot of players die on. It's the very next one when you come downstairs. Now everybody needs to go upstairs. Do not try to wait now. Here's the most important part, is the medic. The medic takes the lead. The reason why is because he's got to drop the chems for the players to run through so they don't die and they can make it up to the top. Now, there is a pillar upstairs. The damaged player is going to be up there using the pillar to give himself some cover. The 2 skill builds are going to try to be up there as well, but the main goal is to not let them up the same staircase you come running up. But there is a Wally turret operator over there, a little Wi-Fi guy, and the ads come out of the door up there. The main thing is to find that Wi-Fi guy and take him out. So, here we go. Everybody ready? Yep. Make sure everybody's ready on this one. This is very important to make sure everybody's ready. Alright, there we go. Mainly we want to make sure everybody's ready because, yeah, people die on this one, at this spot, a lot. Dropping the chems. You can see our players are going to take more damage. They still make it through. They get through the heals. Boom. Now, placement of your skills is vital in this area. You don't want them right here where I'm at because it gives it too much of a cutoff. But you want them out here, like right where this box is and where Storm throws his. That's also fine. But right in that little rotunda area is good. Now you will have ads, like I said, try to come up these staircases. So it's important to watch that. Your hive, to give them the extra boost, needs to go right there as well on that. Because it reaches out everywhere. Now right, I think it's right down there on the right down there, just below that turret where he's at, that's where that Wi-Fi guy is. He doesn't like to poke his head up, but if you can get him out, that little drone that's running away won't be occupied. See him? There he is. Hard to take that little guy out for some reason sometimes. Sometimes he likes to stick his head up, sometimes he doesn't. But here pretty soon we're going to have the Chongas and the rushers coming out right there. So stack them as fast as you can. DPS player starts taking those guys out. And I think that's, yep, one jump down. One Chonga out. Another one underneath.
Vital signs critical.
Got overclock, and he's gone. Now, you will have some dogs coming out here pretty soon. If not, they're already out. When you do that, it's very simple. Get rid of your drones and put on jammer pulses at this point. You see Storm switch to his EMP jammer pulse. There it is. He shuts them off. We're stacking damage, letting the damage player take them out. And one last dog. And he's gone. Easy room. This next room right here, not too hard. Very easy. You just basically drop down. They'll all kind of funnel out right in front of you. They're over here to the left. Not too hard. Mainly all you want to do is get your Artificer Hive right about out there. Get some turrets on some of these boxes right here. And just let those things go to work. As you can see, we've already got it all set up. And then they fall back into the same little area. And you see, just easy, quick kills. Now you may have one straggler out here who just does not want to come out. That's about normal. So DPS player just comes out, whacks him down. Boom. Now get ready for the next room. Now on this next area, this door right here, after you've cleared that, do not open this door till everybody is ready. If you open this door and you start going down and nobody's right here waiting for you, or you rush into there, the ads will start to move around. You do not want that. Once you open this door, they technically spawn. So do not open this door. I can't stress this enough until everybody is ready. Now, when you go in there, there's a spot straight ahead as you come in and you go past the ammo box. Straight down on the left-hand side, that's where you want your strongest skill build at. On the back right, over where it says CO2, that's another spot where you want your skill build. There's a pillar right there in the middle. That's where you want your damage player. Okay? This is going to force those ads that do come out of the left-hand side door to go right. So, again, don't open this door until it's time. Everybody's stacked up and ready. Okay, go ahead and go in. Now, I'll try to show it to you as fast as you need to, as fast as I can in this video, where players need to be. CO2 right there, that's where you want one. Right here, this little red pillar right here, that's where you have another one. And you see Storm, he's running up there, that's where you need another player. Now you want to give that player up front your artificer hide. The reason why is because he's got the most damage. Oh, I'm trying. You hit the wall, I'm going to get you. He's got his skills out, that's fine. We can pick him up, his skills will not die off. Now he's staying with the jammer for only a few reasons, because they will be bringing out Wally tanks and they will have drones. So we want to keep one jammer on at all times around this part right here. Now as you can see, those ads are going to be coming out right in front of Storm. Now those ads are also moving towards the right. The reason why is because he's so close to them, they have to run away. So doing so allows Gator here to do the damage to those ones that are moving around. Otter's turret is basically keeping those ads from trying to bum rush us towards the back and try to run through. That is how you get them in a flanking maneuver. And again, just like in all the other rooms, finding those double chevrons or corporals as we call them, finding those guys is vital. The faster you kill those guys out, the faster they stop having heals. So sometimes, like in this area right here, they don't want to be like out in the open. They like to take cover or hide behind pillars, which are hard to find. So in this room, it can be very tough to kill them. So taking your time and not leaving your spots is very important. And having your stuff in certain spots is very important. Now on this room, before the final room of the boss, your main player you're going to keep back is the guy who has the jammer pulse on. So Storm has a jammer pulse on, so we're going to keep him back. He's going to run into the room at the last minute while everybody else gets set up. Now the first doors are going to be on the left. It's going to have some dogs. So shutting those dogs off and keeping them in those spots is going to be vital. After you shut them off, you can throw EMPs and just stick them and just keep them in that door. Once they're dead, ads will come out of that exact same door. Once they're done, the chongas and the tanks will be coming out of the right side door. After that, the room's done. So, Storm will stay back. We will get into position, and I'll show you where you need to have and be in position. Now, Gator is basically just going to, as usual, damage everything that he can down. He's going to be vital to taking the dogs down as fast as possible. But the first door is right up there in the front. Second door is right over there on the right. So, here we go. Otter's going to put his turret right here where this gas can is. Here we go with a grenade. Guaranteed shut them down. Yep. And that's all we have to do. Make sure that we get either the jammer or the grenade onto these dogs to shut them down. And that's about it. And again, if you happen to run out of grenades like we have, that's fine. We still have the jammer pulse as a backup. And boom, they're done. So here comes the other ads. Oh, nope. I guess we still got one dog in there. Yep, he's almost dead, so we'll be good. One more jammer pulse should take it out. And here we go. So again, we'll have this wave of ads. And then to the right, as you can hear it, they're about to come out. Here comes the chongas or tanks. We got overclock going, or overcharge. There goes one. And there goes two. So once y'all have got everything done and you're at the final spot, if you were to die, that's fine. But you're going to have one person up top up here, one at this little blue box, one on the left side, and then another person flanking around to the back. I will be the person flanking around to the back. Now, other than that, it's very simple. Everybody wants to go on a DPS build. Don't worry about your heals. Don't worry about anything else. Just go for DPS. As much DPS as you can. You can use a status effect build to kind of keep the boss in place. Not bad. Now, there is a fast runner tactic or technique that where you can one-shot him in the head and be done with it. But we're not going to be demonstrating that here. We're going to be demonstrating the old school, the guaranteed way, the just easiest way, you know, for players who are new to the game. So, I come over here on the left-hand side. My job is to take out all these ads on the left so I can push towards the back. Now, everybody else is basically in those positions like I explained. You'll be able to see them here in a little bit when I get over here to the back. And you see Gator's up on the top. Storm's down about there. Otter's down about there. Yep. And they're in position. So getting one player to the back does this. This allows you to shoot them in the back. And on top of that, when they start bringing in those guys with the medics, you can shoot and crack those medic plates off so that way they can't drop the box on the ground. So it's very important to get one player to the back here. And you see they're about to drop in on the second wave of drop-ins. Here we go, shoot their backpacks, as you can see, get rid of those little spots so they can't kill each other. That's important. I always forget this dude drops in right here. I don't know why I always forget this. But you're gone. Say goodnight. And there you go. Now those other ads are going to drop right on top of those guys, so they need to start moving around. And we take out the rest. They take out the rest. And now we're left with nothing but the boss. Now, if you've never fought this boss before, this red spot on his backpack, you need to take it out. This is why you need DPS. Everybody needs DPS. The faster you take out that backpack, the less heals he takes. So again, if you've never done that, you can also shoot his chain on his gun. That's going to stop him from being able to shoot. Now, as you can see, it's already smoking. We've got so much DPS on this guy, his backpack is already smoking. Now, once it cracks, it should be cracking here pretty soon. Now, you see that? He's pulsing. Yep, there it goes. It cracks. You need to get out of that area when you see that symbol. You see his backpack's already gone. So now his backpack's already gone. Now we go for headshots. And yeah, he just whipped that thing around. Whoa, okay, this might get hairy. This might get hairy. And he's dipping around the corner. Ah. All right, switch shoulders. Headshot. Oh. What? Okay. I'll be a little inchworm right now. Yep, and I just realized we're missing one DPS. He's gonna thirst me.
Agent deceased.
Okay. While I'm sitting here rethinking what I just did, as you can see, it's still important to watch and make sure you can get some stuff on him. Now, what I forgot to mention is I had a spotter drone, and so did Gator. One of us, which probably should have been me, switched to a decoy. A decoy would have allowed us to avoid some of these shots from him. Having one decoy out there is important. So while I reflect on that idea and forgot about it, we're still going to complete this. Thank you, Storm. Love you. All right. Again, knowing how to take cover. I'm going to demonstrate this. Shield. We use the edge of the wall. He can't see us. So we back off. Get a few shots in, back off. Edge of the wall. Zoom in. Take those headshots. He's not shooting at us because he can't see us. Again, back off. Edge of the wall. Shoot him in his dome. Back off. Do it again.
Agent down.
Again, nothing but headshots. Oh, he's almost gone. There we go. Oh, one more. There I go. And that's DUA. Now, the next mission is going to be Roosevelt Island. This one here, we're using pretty much the exact same thing as what we were using on DUA. Now, you can change it up if you want to. That's fine with you. We typically run these types of setups just to try to speed it up and go along as fast as possible. The 2 skill builds makes it feel like you actually have 2 extra players on top of that to help you out. And then the focus build is to do damage. Now, the focus build is going to be right there at the beginning. This gives him the most cover, so grenades can't be lobbed at him and he can avoid that stuff. The other skill build is going to be up here on the left somewhere, wherever he feels comfortable going. He can go up a little bit closer or just right through that first pillar. Then there's a spot over on the right. That's where the other skill build will go. And then just in front of this a little bit, that's where the healer is going to go. Now, we're going to go ahead and run this. You see where everybody goes in positions. You'll see where we're talking about. We toss this out so their skills can get some stuff ahead of time. And that may not be the perfect placement, but you see we got one skill build on the right, one on the left, shooter in the back. Now again, right here, the main goal is to find double chevrons or the healers, the actual medics, little cross medics. Because those guys are going to be picking these dudes up. So it's very vital to find those guys. See, there's a yellow one right back there in the middle. And then we got a red one right there. Red one's gone. DPS player took him out really quick and easy. And then it's just trying to find those guys. So there's a purple one right there. There should be 3. There's the 3. We got the red, we got the yellow, the purple one's right there. Now a few more will also be jumping over the wall, so you got to be watching for it. Now since the skills have got all the other ads taken care of, the DPS player is going to focus on those warhounds. So we're not going to be talking about anything else. We do see some grenadiers, so it's vital that the skills then switch to try and take out the grenadiers, because those things will take out the players. So going for those is very important. Now we should have one more warhound coming out, a yellow one, here pretty soon. There he is. And see, there's the next yellow medic. So we want to get him out of here as fast as possible. So we're going to start picking these guys up. And since that's the last wave of ads, we can probably go ahead and overcharge here in a second or two. Yep, because we're starting to pick them up. So we're going to go ahead and do our overcharge. Heal up his stuff. Get that out there as soon as possible. And they're gone. And then we just stack the dogs. Now that all the other ads are pretty much gone, it's just stack that dog. He's out of there. Stack that last ad, and we're done. Now, on the next area, you want to stop at the ammo crate. Reason why is because the damage player does not want to cross that threshold right there. He's going to use that as basically a head glitch. He can shoot over that and shoot at the ads. There's a box right inside there. That's where one skill build will go. The other skill build is going to push up forward with the medic. So let's go ahead and demonstrate this. And everybody's ready? Okay. Yep. You good? All right, let's go. Yep. Now, the medic's going to take point just because he's got to drop some chems for the other skill build. One right there, one right there, and as you can see, and he didn't roll into cover soon enough. Okay. That's hard placement sometimes, but we're good. This gets the medic up in here. That gets the hive out to reach their skills, all of them. And then it's basically the DPS guys are taking out the guys on the right, so now you just focus on the guys on the left. Now, as you can see here in a second or two, some of these like to run away, run back towards the back, and there they go. That's fine. Take your time. Don't try to cross that boundary. Stay where you're at. Very important you listen to this. Stay where you're at. Do not try to go up or do anything. They will come back to you. You see? Look, he comes back. That red one that's back there, watch. He'll come back too. See? Don't try to push up. Now, group up together no farther than about right at this wing. Now, you can go up a little bit farther to that next set of blocks right up there, right there. But you have two snipers up on that perch. Those suckers, if you would have pushed up solo, would kill the players behind you. So, there's a few barrels up in front on the left. That's where one player will go. There's also some white boxes up there. Another, he can go up there. And then you're going to have one player push up and go to the right. Now the medic's going to be in the middle. And the DPS guy is going to be sitting back probably about right where that forklift is right up here. Now the reason for that is the DPS guy is not going to have a whole lot of cover to protect himself from. So his job is to get rid of those snipers as fast as possible. So again, one player left, one player right, medic in the middle, DPS in the rear. Get it kind of like a little triangle formation. So once everybody's ready, all right, here we go. Now medic moves up first on this one because those snipers love to take little pop shots right there. So here's the center. So we'll have Storm on the left, and we'll have another one on the right. And come on guys, push up. No, push up. And that's what happens if you don't push up. That dog loves to go around. So if you have mistakes or players like that where they don't push up, this is a great tutorial. If you don't push up like that, where you need to be up on the right, that dog will love to push up and get behind. So one in the center, one on the left, one on the right. But because again we didn't have one player push up on the right, the snipers like to fall back. So that makes it even harder for them to get it out, because you see that one yellow sniper is still sitting up there. The Gator's having a hard time trying to get him out. So you got to make sure you get placement on these. If you don't get certain placements on these and you have players running around like a chicken with their head cut off, like with big armor builds and stuff like that, trying to be out there in DPS, it can literally make those ads harder to hit because they like to go and hide. So being in certain spots and certain placements is vital in certain spots like this. Now once that area is done, you're going to be stuck right here. Do not push forward. Put one turret on this box right here. Put another turret on top of this right there. Your DPS player, as you can see Gator back here, he's going to be using this wall to shoot straight down that line. Do not, once you aggro these ads out, do not have a player, or you should not have any players on these boxes right up here. No one should be here, no one should be here. The reason why is because if you're here, the ads will not come down this tunnel. So you have one player, basically like me, who's going to give these guys this extra damage. You're just going to run out there with your rocket launcher, lock onto the dog, shoot it, and run the fuck away. Just like so. Now, when you back off right here, that's going to funnel them right down that hallway. Rather than having to kill them so far away, you can actually make them come to you. So we fall back to the same positions. Storm's on the left, Otter's on the right, Gator's doing damage straight down that hallway. See how they all start falling down that hallway? Like so. Makes it so much easier, faster killing them and everything. Now here comes the choppers. Now the first set of waves of choppers, that first chopper right there, that one's going to drop the first chonga. This is going to drop a few rushers. So killing those rushers is quick. Those are easy. There he is, right there, just tagged him. The first chonga. And you see, they're still following down that hallway. Easy kills. Now do not overclock yet. If you have overclocked, do not overclock yet. Hold it till the last second. As you can see, they're still funneling down that hallway. We've got one chonga right there. We don't want to waste it. What we're looking for is that next set of choppers to come in. Once that next set of choppers comes in, that's when we call it. And we just keep stacking. Here it comes. Hold it. Wait for both of them to come out. Here we go. There they go. There's one. There's two. Overcharge. Stack. Get that medic out of the way. A little double shiv. Get that extra high for the extra damage while it's overcharged. And boom, 1 chunga. 2 chungas. Gone. That quick. Now, on this next area, everybody wants to hold off. You can go up the rope, but you want to stay on this wing. Do not jump off this wing down here. You can go probably about right where that light is up there, about right here, no farther. The reason why is because if you were to aggro those ads, they'll already be coming out and they're a bunch of rushers. There's no cover except for a few fallen limbs. So make sure you wait for your team. Now, medic wants to take point because they're rushers, so you can drop some chems for your players so they can move up. And right about there, there's the light. Yep, see, here they come. Now Storm is going to try to get a turret up there as close as he can. Him going down is still fine. His turret will still be out there. I tried up. I missed my chem. Sorry, Storm. That's my bad. And he's still got his turret out there, so let me grab my stuff. So now that those rushers are dead, now we're just focused on the next set of rushers. Oh dear God, they've got drones! Again, let the medic get up the players. And one less sniper in the rear. Yep, and that's about it. Alright, DPS will take care of that one. And they're gone. So on this next area, this one here, placement is vital. Stop at the ammo. The reason why is because you want one player on the right about over there. You want one player on the left, medic in the middle, and then DPS behind this tanker. Behind this tanker gives the DPS a perfect shot to shoot all those that are going to jump over right by that burning area, that burning pile where you see by the tree. They're basically going to be jumping that wall right over there. So that allows the DPS player just to shoot straight ahead and just keep hitting them. Put the hive down. Stack a few of these guys at the front. Make sure you got heals going out to all your players. Skills are in certain spots. Hopefully that reaches it. It don't. And as you see, they're already jumping the wall. We kill them so fast that they've already jumped the wall. And then we killed those so fast that the second wave is coming out with the chonga. Now, once you get here, it's pretty much the same pattern. One skill left, one skill right, healer in the middle, DPS in the rear. Other than that, the only thing you want to watch out is make sure the DPS goes after those wally tanks. Now, the reason why is because once he gets rid of those, we can move straight up the middle, get everybody on this one little platform, and I'll show you where here in a second. And that's going to allow everybody to kind of focus left, right, center, pretty much everything in one little spot. So the DPS guys' #1 goal is to take out those little tanks. So everybody ready again? Okay. Yep. And let's go. So we're going to have one right there, DPS behind the truck, and one skill build over here on the right. Put the hive right in the middle so it hits everything. And if you can, like he's trying to do, to get that turret up there, that's a great spot. Now the other thing you don't want to do is stay up there, because those things love, yep, you don't want to stay up there. Get your turret up there, but then get down. Another great tutorial. And you're going back up. Oh, no, automatic. Okay. So now, once we've got all those turrets, or the little Johnny 5s, or whatever you want to call them, the Wally turrets, see the purple one's the last one, we move up. Now, once we move up, the hive is still back there. We're going to overcharge, so we can get a big radius chem. And that allows our other players to move up. Alright, so we only got the Johnny 5. So now we just got to find that last one. So as you see, he's over on the left. Otter. Another good tutorial is thing. See how that Johnny 5 is moving around? It's just the controller. Don't go after the tank. Go after those guys. Little Wi-Fi guys right there. The reason why is because if you go for them, those little suckers won't be shooting. Go after the controller. Don't go after the tank. Because again, if you can get rid of that little Wi-Fi guy right there, him, that tank isn't even shooting. As you can see, the guy is shooting, but the tank is not. Go after the guy. Do not go after the tank. Now, on this spot, this is very important. You're going to just put your skills right out there. You're going to stay on this side. The reason why is because those guys drop a lot of those healer hives. So you're going to fall back to this area in this spot. The damage player will play right about here to shoot off this wall to try to get the damage out. Your skills will be right out there on the front, on top of that little box. Now they're going to funnel right there. That's where they're mainly going to be funneling. Now I believe it's 2, maybe it's 3 chongas or tank guys. I can't remember. We'll go into this later on, but you just got to kind of basically put everything right there. So once all the players have everything in position, we're going to go over and aggro them. Now, a lot of people die right here or get pushed way back because they don't hold a specific spot. So we're going to show you where to hold. Oh, did it? I guess it didn't aggro. I'll go do it again. Guess I didn't go far enough. Yep, there it goes. Secure the area. So once we got everything in position, we're going to fall back into here. Yep, come on, Otter. Fall back. Fall back. That's not back. That's not back either. Alright, so there's one chunk out there. Yep, there you go. That's back. So you see we're trying to stack it to get the damage on him as much as possible. We're already killing most of them pretty quick. Now if you're lucky, the double chevrons will be coming out to where you can shoot them easier, but they're not on this one for some reason. But there's a chonga, so once this chonga shows up, overclock. Or overcharge, whatever you want to call it. And then try to get another hive out there while it's still in overcharge to give that turret even more damage. Because as you can see, here's the rings. See the green rings? Yeah, we got one of them out, but the other one's still there, which means there's still that one. So there's the yellow double shell. That's what's going to keep these things alive, is that yellow double shell. So if you're lucky, sometimes he'll come out and they'll come out right about there, and you can stack them and the damage player can take them out. But we weren't lucky right here, so because we weren't lucky, this is going to take a little bit longer. So on this next area, there's a blue tent straight ahead, a blue tent also on the right. That blue tent on the right, that's where one skill build is going to go, right there on the little black boxes. Then there's some other boxes to the left of it. Now right there, that burning spot right there, that blue tent, that's where the damage player is going to go. He's going to hide behind that tent right there to use that as cover. And then again, right there about in the middle, there's going to be some boxes to the left of that blue tent right here. That's where the other players are going to be at. So everybody stacked up, everybody ready. All right. Yep, right there, the black boxes. And then you put the hive out. Nope, wrong boxes. Nope, on the right. Right there. And if you don't get in position, as you can see, they like to flank. So making sure you have position is vital. Hey, your turret's not up on top. Yeah. And now we just stack them out.
I see them. Down.
Now sometimes these dogs love to do this. So when that happens, don't freak out. just go ahead and stack them out. Stack them with as much damage as possible. Let the DPS guy take those dogs out, because that's what the DPS is here for, is take out the strongest things possible. That's the chongas and the dogs. Now, when you get to this area, you want one status build. So Eclipse is great. Make sure you have EMP jammers. You want as many as possible. This area on Legendary is nothing but dogs. So the status build will be the first one to jammer, and then the other ones being skill builds, even though they just have skill damage, they'll be up next. So you want to do 1, and then 2, and then 3. So let us demonstrate on how to do this. And let's go. Yep, ready? All right. All right, here we go. So all you're going to do is, ladies and gentlemen, just rush up in here as close as you can and then jam it. Once you hit the top of that staircase, start jamming. All right. Storm, you're up next. Get ready. Yep. Otter, you're up. I'll take next. And then once you get those down, those purple ones, move up closer, because you're going to start jumping those walls on the other side of that. You see? Alright, I'm EMP'd. Okay, don't freak out. Even Storm got EMP'd, so he can't do anything. So the first person who can get one... Oh, I guess he got his off. Okay, good stuff, Storm. Alright, Otter, you're up next. Okay, they're shut down. Alright, going for mine. Okay, they're shut down. Okay, Storm, you're up next. Yep, start heading to the right. And as you see, we've basically got one less dog. The last one that's just over there just shocked. And they're done. It's that easy. Now this last area before the boss, this is very simple. Anywhere you want to go to is fine. But again, try to stick to one skill build on the left, one skill build on the right, DPS in the middle or back, and the healer in the middle. Other than that, it's pretty much wherever you feel like to go, because there's not a whole lot of big cover right here. It's more or less just where. Now I can show you a few good spots once we jump up here where to go to. So first skill build, as you can see, Storm, he's going to show them right about there. You can put it, or like Storm likes to put it, right up here on these black boxes where he's at, like right up there. That's another good spot. Other than that, you can put the DPS build right up in front, in the middle, on the back, on this rock, or right here where I like to be, like right there at that white spot. That's where the DPS is good at. There's also a spot right there on the left where Storm's at, right, little white box on the left. That's another good area. But as long as they can reach out with your hive, you're golden. Sorry about that. And then it's just kill ads. Now, the other reason why we're trying to stay in cover behind this white piece is there's a sniper up there in the tower. Now, you got to make sure you take that sniper out, and we'll demonstrate another good tactic to use to take them out here in a few seconds. Alright, so Storm's on the left, still taking aggro. Gator, he's still able to take the damage. Our damage player is basically going to try to take him out. So my job is now to get his attention. So one shot at him should aggro him. And he snipes him dead. Now, on this last part right here, if you were to die, as long as you make it to here, you can always respawn. But as you can see those little yellow cylinders, that is where the best spot is to go. Now, everybody likes to make it to the boat or throw skills and kill all the ads. You don't need to do that. Just take and get yourself an actual good medic build like this, and that's all you need. Everybody else can go to DPS, literally. And we're going to demonstrate that here and now. Now, the first two, they're going to go, Storm and Gator are going to go to the farthest ones, and me and Otter are going to stay in the back. Now, your medic is going to want to do this. Give those guys the hive, and then keep the chem launcher back here for this guy and yourself. Now, on these, take out the rotors. Go for the rotors as much as possible. This guy back here, his job is just to make sure the ads don't flank. Now, Destroyer is easy to take out compared to Crusader. So as you can see, we're just keeping the chem for me and him, and the other stuff for those guys. As you see, Destroyer is nearly gone. And a few more bullets. Yeah, come on. Boink. Okay, he's gone. Alright, so the next one's going to come in. The next one has the rockets. This one's a pain in the ass. So let's just go ahead and finish this out, because this is how easy it is. And as long as the ads don't flank, we're golden.
Agent down. Serious trauma detected. Agent out of action. Vital signs critical. Agent down.
I heard a threat. Target's on top of us. That's a hit.
Serious trauma detected.
Now, as for the final one, the Capitol building, all your players can stack up right here. Now, right up here in the front, it's hard to see, but behind this, there's a tractor, front end loader. Everybody's going to go over there except for the damage build and the healer. And they're going to toss their skills out on this little dirt mound right where you see that little orange piece. Those skills will do the damage in that spot alone. Now, there's a Humvee right over here behind this. You won't be able to see it right now, but behind there is a Humvee. That's where the damage player will go to and pretty much stay the whole time. The healer will go over there to keep him healed and toss the chem launchers over to the skill builds. And then once you're all ready and you're done right about there, just once you got everything planned out, just go ahead and push on in. Again, the hive is to get the hive is to go out in the middle to basically give those skills on that mound the extra damage. So again, you go left with the damage. Skill builds go to the right. Here's the Humvee. Toss a hive right there on the top of that mound. Give them some chem so they can push up. And the damage player takes out those guys trying to move right on those guys. You can see that right there on that mound, the skills can do all the damage that they need to do. It's pretty easy from there. Now, there is a speed run tactic where you can just rush up, but if you want the loot and you want the ads for kills or things like that, you can go with this version. Again, we're not trying to show any speed run tactics or anything like that, just how to easily get this thing taken care of and done. Now, once you've completed that area and you're right here, you want to stop and not go any farther than this. There's a chonga or tank that's going to come out right there at the minigunner, so your damage build is going to stay back there again, so he doesn't take any damage. One of your skill builds is going to go up top, put his skill up there, and he's going to stay up there. The other two are going to go just below him, and the healer will keep him healed, keep the other skill build healed, while everybody does the damage. Pretty simple from there. They just stay right underneath each other. As long as they're close by, they'll stay healed. The damage player, as long as he's staying in the back, will not take hardly any damage whatsoever. So when the top player is ready, the one who's going to go up on the bridge, that's where you go. So you see Storm's going to take the top. You got the most damage for the skills. And you'll just stay together. Now, the main thing is to take out the tank or chonga first, and then have the damage player and everybody else focus on the dogs. Because there's no real grenadiers or anything, you don't have to worry too much, so just focusing on those dogs and the chongas to take out the strongest things possible is key. As you can see, we also got more ads coming out right here, straight ahead. That's why the damage player can sit in the back, because he can just focus straight down that line and shoot at that spot. And you see we still have a dog that's out there on the left. Sometimes the dogs will be right here in front. If you kill them fast enough, they don't like to stay up here in the front. They try to move around and stay away. So it's kind of situational. When you've got enough of them down, the damage player can then start moving up. Now, once you've cleared all your ads from this area, you do not want to cross this little moat that's right here. If you cross that moat, it'll basically call out the next ads. And the problem is, you don't know which side. They'll come out on the left or the right. We don't know which side. It's completely random at times. Sometimes you can force them to come out on the right by going right, but sometimes they'll still pop out on the left. So, not knowing where to go, the best thing is to put one skill build on the right, mainly right up there, another skill build up in the center, and with your healer build right here in this tower, and then your damage player can play from back here, so that way he can see whichever side. Say they were to come on the left and we went right, it gives him a chance to move around. So it allows for kind of a flanking maneuver and allowing the damage player to choose, hey, I want to shoot this side or shoot that side. Now, most of the guys that are going to come out of one of those doors, they're going to send out 2 chevs or corporals. Those guys are going to go right about there, right about in the middle, and drop their healer boxes typically. If not, they'll go far left or far right and drop their healer boxes. Getting those guys out is key. You must get those guys out as soon as they spawn. So when your players are ready, go ahead and get them all set up. And go. And we get lucky, they come out on the right.
Jammer on the way! On me! Right here! Look alive! They're deploying something! Gotta move! That's correct! Gotta move! I think they're flanking us! Over there! On the flank! Go for their flank! Falling back! You're getting too close!
Now again, there's speed run tactics which will get you past all this a little bit faster. I'm not going to show that, but when you get to this spot, this is a little tip of the trade. You can climb this wall and then dive towards it. Now doing so allows these players to get into spots in certain areas before the ads are able to come out of a door. Now when they do this, this is not a glitch, it's just kind of a neat little trick of the trade. But your medic, because he doesn't have to heal anybody if they get into position right away, you can hit the door later. Now Storm, you can see he's going up on the top right. Gator, he's going to go up on the top left. He's the damage player. Otter is going to come up there with Gator and go to the top right as well. Yeah, go to the top right. Nope, top right. Yep. Or excuse me, sorry, my bad, top left. Now once they're in position, we're going to open this door. That way they got all their skills out and everything in the right section. Now you see a little gray door right up there that I just tagged right there. Yeah, that's where they're going to come out of. So basically you get them in a pinch move. You see, easy said, done. Now we will have 2 more ads from this chopper right up here, and those guys are going to be pretty easy to take out. And next room. Now this is important. A lot of people like to just use a jammer and shut this stuff off and stay right here. That is not the best thing to do. The best thing to do is to go in as a group to the top right. There's a staircase on the right. Now your damage player is going to clear out this EMP that's right out here in the middle of the room. He's going to stay down below. The other players are going to go up above in the staircase and so forth. Now that's the EMP right there. So everybody else is going to move forward while he takes that out. Now you may have one ad right here in the staircase. That's fine. Don't freak out. Because everybody's moving there, it'd make it easier to kill. One player is going to be over here on that side where you see Storm is. But he's a little too far. Otter is going to put his stuff out in the middle. And then Storm's going to hold them off and coming up on the left. Now your other player, which is down below, is your damage player. He's basically going to be shooting across. And I'll show you where he's going to be shooting from. You see we got 2 ads right here on him. So we come down and clear those out. Once he's cleared those guys out, we come up here and make sure everybody's healed real quick. And I'll show you that door in which he'll be shooting off of. And it's right here where there's an ad. Now this prevents them from coming up this staircase, as if he's standing right here shooting across to that other door. Now this keeps them all in one location. Plus with the healer up above allows one chem launcher to heal everybody in this spot, as you can see, because you also get that outgoing healing from it, and it also reaches down below underneath. Now, Otter's turret being out there allows for a full 360. It's allowed to shoot down on the ads. They can't do anything. Storm's turret over there also allows it to shoot when they come out of the door, keeping them out of cover. Now this next area, it's a long hallway, a long straightaway hallway. Now we do have one dog and a bunch of drone people, so it's vital to just put on turrets and EMPs. Now the EMP jammer pulse is pretty much just for the dogs, but again, we will have drone chicks, so yeah, it's good just to have them and time them. So one person jams, then the other person jams when it comes off, and so on. Like so. There we go. Got one jammer on. Next jammer moves up. There we go. Getting ready on the next jammer.
Serious trauma detected.
Now, as you can see, we pretty much got this taken care of. It's just one dog and the last two drone chicks, and that's why I was trying to say we want those jammer pulses. Keep them jammed. You also got EMP grenades. You can use those as well. Shut those suckers off. But as you can see right here, we also got one who does not, she does not want to come out of cover. Neither does the other one. So in this case right here, it's good to have one person with like a regular grenade, which we forgot to do. So that way it gets them up and out of cover and tries to make them come towards you. So because we didn't do this, eventually we're just like, hey, what the hell? Someone rush up. I got you, Kim. Go. And she's gone. Now this door right here on the right is the only door you want to open. Do not open this left door. Yes, the left door does give you cover, but it doesn't allow a damaged player to do anything. Now you can run up there, up the stairs, and try to make it as a group and do all that kind of speed run tactic if you want. But I'm trying to show it for the players who don't know how to do this. So we're going to demonstrate the best way to do it for those who don't know. So you're going to open this door. The damaged player can use this door to shoot and kill ads right here on the bottom floor, as well as go in through this door and shoot up top. Other than that, it's basically seeker balls and turrets. The turrets will take out most of it, and then the seeker balls perfectly timed, just like we've been doing with jammers, where one person throws one and then another one throws one, will kill out the ads pretty quick. So when all your players are ready, go ahead and open this door. And again, as you can see, the healer stays behind the damage player, so that way when he gets hit by these drones, he'll survive, but the damage player can stay right there and shoot those ads on that top rail. And as you saw that yellow, there will be times where they're going to try to come to the door. By having only this door open and not both, you're not going to get double teamed. Typically it just lets one ad or one NPC might try to come through versus like 2 or 3. The more doors you have open, the worse it can get. So also you see we get nothing but drones. That's another reason why it's also good at times to have someone with a jammer pulse on. But if you're killing ads fast enough, those seeker balls and your turrets should be doing enough damage. And you see we're still killing the ads. Damage players out there just destroying them from that tiny little section. And just keep making sure you get that hive, that artificer hive out there to help keep those turrets supplied and restocked. And you see we've got one trying to push in again. Gator went out and got one of those other drone chicks on the right.
Agent down.
And you see, there we go. We can get ads that are trying to push by. So, Otter. Now, like right here, yeah, when you're down to very few of them left, you can start to push out and into that room. As you can see, we'll still get a few every now and then to try to come in. And we should be down to, I think, 2 or 3 left, so you can definitely push out by now. Yep, it's just the 2 on the bottom. Last one. And we're good. Now on this next room right here, it's basically just letting your skills do the job, because you can't really be out there. There's too many grenadier dogs, too many other little war hounds, and they have little wally tanks. So your best thing is to stay in this room. Now right out here on this box is where everybody's going to throw all their turrets. and the damage player is going to stand right where I was at right here and shoot off straight across. That way it can damage out anything that tries to come straight at this door to keep them back, and you're not having to worry about your skills trying to do all the kills. The damage player can actually kill them pretty quick from just right here. So right here on this box, that's where we'll throw the Artificer Hive, and they'll put their turrets right up above. Now we do have one tank or one Chonga coming, so the damage player's goal is to find that thing and destroy him as fast as possible. He likes to push straight up to this door. That's another reason why we can't just go out there right there on the beginning. But because we know he's coming, we're going to overclock, overcharge, and boom. But again, as you can see, Gator is basically staying right there to that left-hand side so he can use that to shoot off of, blocking with his shield so he can shoot around the corner, and killing all those ads that try to come right there. Now, once you get to this spot right here, everybody wants to stop. Do not go any farther. And you see, we have 2 skill builds, 1 damage. Now, typically, everybody goes to this spot right over here with nothing but skill builds, but as we're going to demonstrate, you can do it even with the damage build. As long as you got a good healer on, like mine, with the booster build, it makes it so much easier. But if you can't tell, it's right there in that little tent. Let me see. I think if I can jump this, I can show you more. So right in there, that's where you're all going to be at. Now, 2 people up on the front, 1 person in the back. Your damage player can play in the back, and their turrets are going to go about out here or so on this ledge or something like that so they can shoot. And you're going to keep tossing your hive as much as possible. And the chem launcher guy is going to be right about there on that side. That way he can heal everybody in that area. So let's go ahead and open this thing up and we'll show you what to do. So chem launcher guy goes in, drops that, gets into position, lets them take their spots. Okay, everybody jumps over the wall. And as you see, we can shoot a chem or just drop the chem, kills everybody in that area. And that tank's already gone, Chongo's gone. There's another one out there. He's already cracked. Or cracking, I should say. Yeah, there he goes. Goodbye. Now, again, the damage player's job is to go after the tanks or chongos and the warhounds as fast as possible. That's his goal. Because those little things, sometimes if you don't take them out quick enough, those little warhounds will jump this wall where we're at and be in here with us. And that's a bad day for everybody. Yes, it does happen. Does it happen very often? No, it does not. But it does happen. Also, if you can see these little green rings, that's their healer boxes. Now, I've never really seen it help the NPCs, honestly, unless they're over there by them, because they're on a certain level. So being over here forces them to try to come to you, not allowing them to use those heals. So that's kind of beneficial. But a lot of mistakes is you do not, I repeat, you do not need to kill those things off. We will show that you can kill everything out here without having to kill those off later. So just keep watching. Now that you're down to probably about 3, maybe 4 ads, y'all can push out. So toss your hive out there one last time, make sure everybody's stuff is maxed out, and then everybody moves together. Now, if you haven't gotten the sniper, there's usually a sniper straight across from right here where we're at. Be on the lookout, okay? Sometimes she doesn't stay there, sometimes she goes over there to the left. We got lucky, she went left. So everybody focus on the same ad. Kill them one by one. We've only got, I think, 3 left. And now we're down to 2, the boss and the sniper. Those should be the last two alive, typically, unless you got the sniper early. So they just killed the boss, so I'm going to move up. Try to get this sniper out of cover for him. And it's the last ad. As you can see, she's got the grain from the heal box, which is nearby. And she's gone. And that's basically it, ladies and gentlemen.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
Now, again, these are just tactics and easier ways for y'all guys to understand or to watch so you know where to look for the ads on these legendaries. Now, two players in here, Gator and Otter, they have barely ever played legendaries and stuff like that. So if you think that this here wasn't a good video, realize that some of these players, they don't play legendaries. Me and Storm do it pretty regularly. So it is doable. It is easy to do. We wanted to demonstrate that here today. So shout out to Gator, shout out to Otter for their help in putting those builds together to show this video. But again, it is doable. It's easier than a lot of people think, and we wanted to demonstrate that here and today. So thank you guys for watching. I hope y'all use this video and helps y'all out.